Hey, this is Adam Mitchell. You're listening to Tom Zeus and the Shout It Out Loudcast. Rock on.
Oh, boy. Here we go. This is Gene Simmons.
Put that cookie down.
Kiss.
Stop pressing the button.
Stockbroker Simmons.
Star? Old Stanley. Is that what he does? Stop shouting.
My name is Ace Frehley.
He's not what you would call a handsome man.
Oh, no. Here come the kiss times. Is that a positive thing? Okay. All right. I'm going to grab me an ice cold mellow yellow.
Why? Why do that to the fan?
Stop it. Why?
Because fuck them.
That's wrong. What are you talking about?
617-525-0850. You do? Hey, fucko.
Do you like Kiss? Settle down.
Hello. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom and Zeus, another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 301. Icons.
Yeah, compilations. This is
Yeah.
a big boy. This is a big boy. Love
Oh,
it.
boy.
Yep.
Really
Oh,
did it
boy.
big this time. Yeah, Tom. We're coming off our 300th episode. Thank you to all that sent congratulations and kind words our way in many different forms. We really appreciate it. But during our 300th episode, we did a review of Destroyer, our last album review, Tom.
Yep.
And obviously we did our poll. And how did that go?
Yep. So as with every other album review, 4 songs. We did Detroit Rock City, Shout It Out Loud, God of Thunder, King of the Nighttime World. No surprise, Detroit Rock City comes in at 52%. King of the Nighttime World, surprisingly, was second. I don't know if that's a surprise, but 23%. God of Thunder at 13. Shout It Out Loud at 12. Tons and tons of comments and feedback on this. Again, tons of congratulatory 300th episode type emails and comments, so we appreciate that more than you can imagine. Couple comments here. Joe Papalato, our buddy from the Kiss Cruise. DRC is the greatest Kiss song ever. Yeah, we kind of said that too, even though it might not be our favorite. It still is just incredible. Our buddy James Campion, who we love, in his amazing book, Shout It Out Loud, The Making of Destroyer. He had some nice things to say about us, congratulating us on the episode and 300. I want to comment on this, specifically our buddy Little Heavy Mayo. Because not only do we get a comment from him, but we got some emails and stuff. My comment about Peter's drumming was semi-rhetorical, okay? So all of you dime store drum techs out there.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I understand it's a shuffle. I get it. I was just kind of in awe of what he was doing in Detroit Rock City. So then I got back into it with Heavy Mayo. I started going back and forth and nerding out with drums, talking about the Purdy shuffle. If you don't know what that is, just Google it. It's a whole other friggin' Steely Dan type thing. Whatever. Anyways, thank you, drum people, for telling us about what a shuffle is and a ghost note and all that good stuff. Heavy Mayo, I'm going to have you do a shuffle for me and play some ghost notes. But thank you for that. King Cusano. One of the best episodes. The mix of comedy and knowledge is unparalleled. I'm proud of you guys and proud to be along for the ride. Cheers to 300 more. King! Yes. Our girl, Amber Fiber, Magic Queen, congrats on 300th episode. Wow, you did not disappoint. Your Ace impressions and Shout It Out Loud were hilarious. Sounded like Peter from Family Guy. Oh, God. Aggie Dad and Tiger Grad, I agree 110% with Tom on the review for every song on Destroyer. The great ones like DRC are truly excellent, while there are others like Great Expectations that are disappointing and despicable. While it's not my favorite Kiss album, that's Rock and Roll Over, Destroyer is classic. Scott with 3 T's, in my opinion, one of the great rock albums, but not a perfect album. I agree with Tom that songs like Flaming Youth and Sweet Pain would be better without the Ezrin-isms. Coach Green, I remember very clearly listening to this album when it came out on 8-track. The deep cuts take me right back to that time, so I can't hate on them. I get that. Our buddy Tony from Restrained, congrats, fellas. Proud of all that you've accomplished. Cheers. Thank you, Tony. MD, in case nobody has passed this on yet, Ace had to drop out of that festival in Cancun because he's not allowed to leave the country due to his tax issues. It wasn't health related, but even Eddie was surprised he got booked in the first place because of that. Ace, where do you stand with your taxes right now? Is that still really a problem that you're dealing with?
What the fuck is taxes? No idea. I have my buddy over there, Vinny. He says he takes care of all my finances. You know, that's why I live in a shed.
Yeah.
Guy that buries dogs in the backyard. He's my money guy.
Oh, jeez. Well, thank you for that, Ace. We'll have you back. Maybe you and AB CPA Inc. Hall of Fame Tony Barone can work on our taxes in the spring. Our buddy Andy, great episode. Yes, DRC is without question their best song, but I love all the flourishes on Flaming Youth and Sweet Pain. Hashtag justice for the Calliope. Oh, God. And then some more congratulations. Some good stuff here. Bill Carroll, great episode, guys. I'm on board with Tom. Great songs and a few shit songs. The comparison to Zeppelin 4 was accurate. Beach Boys are the GOAT. Just finished listening, and you all should be proud. There are only 2 podcasts I never miss an episode of. Shout Out Loudcast in the TCB cast, which is a great Elvis pod. Here's to the next 300 episodes. Okay. Lots of good stuff. More congratulations, and we truly appreciate all the kind words you guys celebrating 300 with us. But Zeus, that's what we got for Twitter this week.
All right. Let's go to the Book of Face. Got a lot of comments there. John Clifford congratulates us on 300. Adam Nierenberg says, Zeus, I love Trek. The episode you're thinking of is Who Mourns for Adonis. Adonis is Hebrew for God. Okay. Fascinating stuff. Tom Selleck has a young photo of himself, it looks like. I was 9 years old when the album was released, but I wasn't aware of Kiss until Paul Lynde Halloween special. After seeing that, it was game on. I got the album at Sears, played side 2 first on accident. Flaming Youth will always be my favorite Kiss song, and yes, I remember my first time. Wow. Bobby Kenner, wow, it's hard to put this episode into words, but here goes. You guys really created something special with this podcast, and man, does it show in this 300th episode extravaganza. Destroyer was second Kiss album I've heard after Alive, and just like you guys, I have so many memories. As a kid, I didn't understand some of the lyrics, but loved it. I must have played God of Thunder on repeat 100 times. It took me years to figure out that was a Calliope on the album, too. But hats off to you both on providing hilarious entertainment and heartfelt podcasts for all these years. Thank you for doing what you do. Can't wait to see where you guys go from here. Rock on, brothers.
Thank you.
Ronnie Bachowski. Happy 300 dudes. Can't wait for 300 more. Destroyer is iconic, but is probably my least favorite of the 70s Kiss records. Partly due to fatigue, but maybe because the middle part of the album is great. I think he's trying to say Great Expectations, sweet flaming pile of shit. It was someone finding a gold bar and just jerking off all over the center of it. That must have been when the booger sugar really manifested itself. But the first 3 songs and the last 3, terrific and classic. I understand the importance of this record, but definitely not my go-to. The album cover is by far the coolest, though.
Nice.
Ryan Ramaswamy, Nimrata, fucking Courtney Cronin, Kulik Lane, Simmons, Tweed, fucking Rodham Clinton, fucking Ketanji Brown, Jackson Scott. Perfect 300th episode. I have loved all the album reviews. So it says a lot that I thought this was my favorite discussion and insight of an album. Wow. It was also cool to hear a little background on how you guys came up with the order in your album reviews. Thank you for the weekly entertainment, Tom and Zeus, and congratulations on 300 episodes. 300 more. Also, that GPT was spot on. Proof AI is taking over.
Oh, nice.
I mean, we have so many great comments here.
Yeah, amazing feedback. Not just and it's a combination of Destroyer related and 300th episode related. So again, thank you so much for all that.
Yeah, I mean, Graham Richley, wow, 2 hours and 47 minutes. That's the Imperial Stout of episodes. Congrats, guys, on 300. Thanks for all the good times and rekindling the flame of Kiss fandom for so many. You rock. All right, let's go to Loudcasters. Joseph Collins, awesome 300. Hell yeah, guys. Peter's drums are really good here. I've played drums off and on for a long time. Everyone, including me, misses the extra bass drum on the intro to Do You Love Me? Rock on, Tom and Zeus. Cheers to 300 more episodes.
Thank you.
Him and fucking Heavy Mayo need to do a drum off. Charles, don't call me Mark Eaton. Happy 300th episode, guys. Awesome accomplishment. And to have such an iconically renowned album as your final album review on the occasion is artistry in production. You guys are the kings of the nighttime world. You can continue to meet all of our great expectations. Crap song, by the way. Thanks for all the great content we consume with and continue to consume with each week, and we shall shout it out loud with you for the next 300. Yeah, sweet pain.
Nice.
Kevin Doyen. It sure was nice of Kiss members from different eras of the band to call into the show. Congratulate you guys. Thanks, no problem.
Yeah, good job.
Hey, fucko, did you remember to say my name too?
I would have wished you 300. I just can't count that high. Sorry, guys.
I just have no fucking idea where I am at this point.
I feel like it's been 300 days in this shed. God damn it.
Somebody turn on the lights.
Hey, Tom, I hope the holidays are coming. Please give me some kind of a Christmas tree in here. I want Santa to leave me some milk and cookies and diapers. Don't worry. There's an Ace Frehley Christmas in the Shed special coming up this winter.
Some asshole parked his fucking electric bike in here. I'm going to fucking smash that thing.
You hear something on the roof at night, it ain't going to be Santa's sleigh.
It's me trying to break in to get some warmth.
I can't wait for the world premiere of Christmas in the Shed starring Ace Frehley. Coming soon to a podcast near you.
Oh my God. You've seen the movie Elf. You've seen It's a Wonderful Life. Stay tuned to the newest Christmas classic,
Christmas in the Shed.
Starring Ace Frehley. Hey, Christmas to all.
With a special appearance by Vinnie Vincent. Kids, I know you've shot your eye out before. We shoot other things this Christmas season.
And for a special appearance, the dead dog ghost from Christmas Past. Oh, fuck, they're haunting me. Ooh.
We're spoiling it. This is like one of those spoiler trailers for an upcoming movie. We have to stop. Save it.
I'm the ghost of Christmas present. I'm going to do an electrical bike ride all around the backyard. Woo!
I am the ghost of Christmas future. Oh, Jesus Christ. Forget it. Paul, Gene, let's just do Hanukkah this year. Forget it.
Christmas in the Shed coming to the Hallmark Channel this week. Oh, God. All right. Such a thrill and all the seriousness. Congratulations on 300 episodes. I've been listening for 3 years, but I really wish I was on board from the start. Mind you, I've gone back and listened to all the SIOL episodes. I thought I was the only Kiss Tard. So glad I found you guys and the rest of the Kiss Tard community. I'm a proud Patreon supporter and happily going to continue to distribute the show because it keeps getting better and better with each new episode. All the best to you guys. I'm looking forward to episode 400. Please tell Ace to stop screaming in his sleep. It's getting a bit too much. The shed walls are only so thick.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for the kind words.
The great John Whiteman. Happy 300th episode. I started listening at episode 176. I haven't missed one since. Although I've enjoyed the Nail Carter reference, I was a little disappointed that there wasn't any talk about Gene's grunt at the beginning of Sweet Pain.
Good
I thought
point.
for sure there would be a comparison to the steamer he released at the beginning of Almost Human.
Good
he was
point.
building up to that.
How did we miss that? That is a great point.
A great album, another great review. Here's to another 300 episodes peppered with references to semi-forgotten Maytag-sized big, beautiful women. Or big black women. I have no idea what the BBW is. 80s sitcom stars, dead dogs, and fecal incontinence.
That's going to be our spin-off pod.
Josh Brown, happy 300th episodes. Happy to have been with you guys since 150. I love how people are telling us what episode they jumped in on.
That is awesome. I like that too.
Yeah, I could go on and on about Destroyer. I'm like Tom. It's nowhere near a go-to album for me, but there's something about the live versions of these songs that you can never skip them. And the best sequence of the song Kiss album is DRC, King of the Nighttime World, and God of Thunder. Great review. Here's to 1,000 episodes.
1,000?
No,
Relax.
dead by then. We'll end Loudcasters with Joey 5-pound fucking curls, fucking no bicep Romanek. Stubbles. Joey Stubbles Romanek. Killer episode. One of the coolest things about your show in this group is to hear how many people share the same experience that I had as a kid while getting into Kiss. Destroyer is the most important album of all time for me. Because it's the record that turned me into a Kiss freak. No, a Kiss tard.
Exactly.
And a music fan. And then into a musician years later. Settle down, another one.
Settle the fuck down, friggin' Jimi Hendrix, friggin' Neil Peart.
Yeah, and I'm sure
whatever instrument you play.
Your wife is loving the fact that this made you into a Kiss tard. I agree with you guys that the first 3 songs here are almost unbeatable as an album opener. I remember listening to this record while staring at the booklets from Alive and Alive 2 and how the music and the visuals created a larger-than-life image of Paul and Gene specifically. Detroit Rock City and King of the Nighttime are embody who Paul Stanley is for me. There's no better song for Gene's demon persona than God of Thunder. To me, DRC is the most iconic song Kiss has ever recorded. It is perfect in every way. I was given Destroyer by my sister's boyfriend after I heard DRC during the show and telling him in first grade. I remember dropping the needle and wonder what the hell was going on with the intro. Honestly, it took me years to figure out that the sound is of someone's washing dishes for the longest time. I thought it was supposed to be the sound of somebody sweeping up all the car parts from the crash at the end. I know a lot of people rank this album lower than Love Gun and Rock and Roll Over because some of the filler tracks, but to me, it has always been the best recorded, best sounding Kiss record, and every song's a stone cold classic. Ring the bell, motherfuckers.
Wow.
Well said, Joey Romanek. I agree with you on most of that stuff, except you are not a Kiss freak. You are a Kiss tard.
Yep. I disagree with him, but he makes his point, so I'll give him that.
All right. Over on YouTube, Peter Starrell says, I've been waiting forever, no pun intended, for you guys to review Destroyer. Well, you got it, motherfucker.
Bitch. Not you, Peter.
Strutter72, first, happy 300th. Legends.
Love it.
Pretty Boy Floyd, DMS. First of all, I hate Great Expectations, but enough of that. God of Thunder rules. I love the kids screaming in that song. It reminds me of that horror movie with the twin girls show up at the end of the hallway. The Shining. Awesome. I agree with you, buddy.
Yep.
A bunch of people love to put in that they're in first or making the first comment. I guess that must be a YouTube thing, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
All right. We'll end with our good friend Montreal 3944, which is Montreal Voots, which is Costas Vicinas. Bravo, my American friends, for episode 300. It was excellent, brought back so many memories of putting Destroyer on the turntable, then start staring at the cover of covers, marveling at the details in their costumes. You guys are right on when you mentioned that Gene must have liked those background singers so much that he decided to include them in his solo LP, or maybe just promise them their names would be listed on the credits if they took them into the ladies' room. Having those kids' voices on God of Thunder was sheer genius. Sounded possessed like Damien in The Omen. My favorite live version of God of Thunder is easily Roosevelt Stadium, Jersey City show, where Peter's drums sounded like rocket launchers and Gene is demonic Gene. Here's to another 300th shows. Costa, what year was that? I have no idea.
I think that's 76, the Roosevelt one, because I have that bootleg on vinyl.
Oh, I don't have it. I have no idea.
It's
Again, to me, I like the so many versions of God of Thunder, the Live 2, where it's really fast. But I also really like the Kiss in Vegas one. I think it's a fantastic, and it's no solos, no drum solos, no guitar solos, no bass solos. It's just a song, and it's heavy as fuck.
Yeah, the Roosevelt Stadium, it was Jersey. It was July 10th, 1976. I have the vinyl bootleg. Sound quality is okay, but I'm going to have to go back and listen to it now to see what he's saying about Peter's drums. So that's cool.
All right, cool.
Nice.
Tom, see you.
All right, couple things from Instagram here. Our buddy Thanos Akratides, Bulletproof Music 23. What a super episode, boys. The greatest Kiss album by the greatest podcast. Great breakdown. I agree with Zeus. This is the #1 Kiss album in many ways. Iconic, bombastic, and has stood the test of time. From the first time I listened to Detroit Rock City with some schoolmates in the library, 1976, till now, some 48 years later, it still kicks ass. Thanks again, boys, for giving us such great joy listening and laughing to your breakdown of our favorite band, Kiss. Junior Vintage, congrats T&Z on your 300th episode. In the winter of 79, I discovered Kiss and Destroyer at 4 years old, flipping through my cousin's album collection. Ditto story right there, Junior Vintage. The album cover is what drew me in. Thank you, Ken Kelly. Then hearing DRC and I was hooked. There isn't one bad song on this album. It truly is the greatest Kiss album from start to finish. P.S. You guys rock for doing every single album and ranking. The amount of time and effort and attention to detail is why you are the #1 Kiss podcast. It's not even close. Thank you, Junior Vintage. We're not going to argue with you there. And we got a ton of emails, and I'm going to try to get through a couple of really good ones here. This comes from Jeromius 1974. Hey guys, Bruce Kulick voice.
Dude, that's fucking strong safety name from fucking Syracuse.
Oh yeah, Jeromius McDavid. Yeah, exactly. Jeromius. It's like that Key and Peele skit.
Oh my God, that is the funniest.
Jeromius McTrickster. Hey guys, just want to say for 300 episodes of the greatest pod in the land. Kiss has been my favorite band since 76. This episode in particular, reviewing the Destroyer album, has to be one of my favorites, bar none. To me, Destroyer, Rock and Roll Over, and Love Gun are the holy trinity of Kissteria. Hey, fuckos, you guys are the best. You don't take shit from anybody, and if they get it, then fuck them. Zeus, keep talking shit to me for busting your balls about REM, and Tom, keep Ace from shit in your shed. Raise your glasses to 300 more. I'll be there. Jerry the Metal Guy. All right, Jerry the Metal Guy coming at us from every angle there. Daniel Davis. Here's a nice quick email here. #1, congrats on 300. #2, Tom, I like Great Expectations. That being said, it's the worst song on the album. 3, Tom, there is no dead weight on Destroyer. 4, Tom, you had the better rankings of songs. 5, Zeus, you had the better cover ranking. 6, I guess Zeus has the better album ranking. And 7, here's to another 300 episodes of the greatest Kiss podcast in the world. Woo! Scott Greer, what a hell of an episode for number 300. Congrats, fellas. The comparison that Tom made to Led Zeppelin 4 is damn good. The production on some of these songs is amazing. On King of the Nighttime World, Ezrin has fantastic stereo separation. Oh, I like when we do music, nerd. Before Paul starts singing, it sounds like there are 3 guitars playing all different chords, and how they're layered is phenomenal. If I hadn't heard God of Thunder on a Live 2 first, this version would be the definite, but hearing the live version first makes it seem slow to me. The sound is great. Overall, the album is a milestone in the catalog. Some say the top, but I prefer Kramer's work myself, but I recognize Destroyer for its brilliance, even if it makes me think of Meatloaf meets hard rock and Kiss. Oh, good analogy. Lastly, this album, and primarily DRC, King of the Nighttime World, and Do You Love Me, sort of puts Paul and the Starchild as the leader of the band, if that makes any sense. Sure, he had Firehouse Strutter and You Deserve to Give Yourself a Round of Applause, Let's Go, but these 3 songs pushed Paul in a new phase. Thanks for all the great work. We got one here from Hall of Famer Tony Barone of ABCPA Inc. And if you can believe it, tax season's coming soon. I wanted to congratulate both of you on 300 episodes and, of course, again on Raise Your Glasses. Yes, that's our book. Go to shoutoutloudcast.com to get a copy if you haven't. You've built a great KISS family between you and the fans, and we are all grateful to both of you. Your podcasts are the highlight of every week to all of us. I was waiting for Sharon Osbourne to congratulate you on episode 300, but she must be taking care of Ozzy. I love all the passion from both of you on most of the songs on Destroyer. I know some songs are not as exceptional as others. When I was listening to a review, I was saying to myself, this is why we love this band. I remember when the album was released and why it will always have a special place for me. I still listen to it all the time, all the way through. And then he signs it. Thanks, Tony, ABCPA Inc., HOF 2023. That's a source of pride right there, brother.
Stuffy, you piece of fucking shit! You, Rudy Sarzo, fucking J.K. Lee, I'm gonna shoot you fucking all again, motherfuckers!
God. Our last email here comes from our good friend, and we previously mentioned him, the wonderful author, James Campion. Woo-hoo! Great episode for a great album. A truly entertaining trip through my favorite KISS record, but being the Destroyer guy, I did have a few addendums to your discussion that might be enlightening to your listeners who may have either not read my book or forgotten these nuggets. This right here, this is why James is the GOAT. The title of the record came from Dennis Wollock's assistant in designing for Howard Marks and a coin, Vinny DiGiolando. Vinny is also responsible for the KISS Army logo design.
Go back again.
Hey, Vinny DiGiolando. Hey, how about Destroyer, you sons of bitches?
That sounds like fucking somebody Peter Criss used to hang out with.
Hey, Vinny G. Yeah, hey.
Fuck off. What are we doing today?
He's also responsible for the KISS Army logo design, according to both he and Dennis. Other titles Vinny shared with me that were rejected were Conquer, Conquerors, Demons of Rock. Wow. As you know, I did the long-form interview with Dick Wagner before his passing on his work on Destroyer. He swore up and down that he did not play on Flaming Youth, but did play on 4 tracks. 2 of the A&R studio tracks, Great Expectations and Beth, and of course, most famously, the solo on Sweet Pain. So when pressed, he believed he may have taken a pass on God of Thunder. When I approached Bob with this, Ezrin actually rang me back and put it on so we could both listen to it together, and he concluded that although he could have coaxed the solo out of Ace, if Dick said he played on it, he probably did. And he remarked about Dick's macabre style that he used on Alice Cooper's solo record being similar. Finally, I wanted to once again send props out to the great Scott Shannon, who revealed in my book his amazing prescience and hard work to get Beth on AM radio. When he promised Neil Bogart he would do for the band when he was hired as head of promotions for Casablanca right before Destroyer was released. Upon hearing the album, he told Bogart, quote, Beth is the only thing I can sell to that audience, end quote. But as you guys rightly pointed out, Bogart wanted no part of it for personal reasons and because Gene and Paul wanted to keep their hardcore credibility. Indeed, it was Bill Aucoin that pushed it, and Shannon went ahead and by himself had copies of the record sent out to his buddies in radio. Scott was and would be one of the most influential DJs in American radio history, and he pushed Beth to the masses, saving KISS. Again, what an honor it was to be mentioned in your last ever album review. Your show continues to be a delight. James, you are a delight, my friend. And again, I'll say it to the end of time. Meeting you and having lunch with you in New York City for that final weekend was one of the great treasures as a KISS fan. So we really appreciate that, my friend.
Yeah, and it's one of the great perks of being a co-host of Shout It Out Loudcast is we meet great people like James and eventually become friends with them and get to have a friendship of just laughs, mutual KISS respect, and just a lot of fun. So thank you, James. You rock.
Yeah. And we're going to finish up feedback with a comment of the week, but it comes from a different source this week. It's not really a comment as so much it is a gift, I guess we'll say. And it comes from the great and longtime contributor, supporter, and Hall of Famer, the great Jim Riley.
That's why he's a Hall of Famer.
That's why he's a Hall of Famer. In honor of our 300th episode, Jim Riley had made for me and Zeus, each of us, a trophy that you would get, you know, in baseball, basketball, hockey, a trophy. And it's a gold microphone And on the placard, it has our names. It says Shout It Out Loudcast 300th episode. It is a magnificent item. And Jim, you're not just a Hall of Famer because you get us these amazing things. Your support just comes through in so many different ways. We love you, brother. And you are this week's unique comment of the week.
Good answer. Good answer. I like the way you think. I'm going to be watching you.
Jim, you are the best. That's why you are in the inaugural class of Shout Out Loudcast Hall of Famers. These are just an amazing example of Jim's big heart. Unbelievable. So thank you, Jim. We really appreciate you and everybody else that's out there. So thank you for all the warm wishes on 300th episodes.
Excellent stuff. Thank you.
And speaking of thank you, we can't continue unless we thank our Patreon family. Patreon is where you guys contribute to the show and you get perks in return. Amongst the perks, merch, involvement in the show, video chats, polls, ARC pick, which is coming up once again. So if you want to jump in on that, you got to get into the Patreon family. And Patreon has been helping us tremendously since its inception. It's vital to the growth of this show. And it's a great way for you guys to simply say, you know what, we appreciate you guys. Shout Out Loudcast for what you do. Here's a little helping hand. And it's a little bit more than just a helping hand. It's extremely important for us to continue to grow, to do new things. And we've got a couple projects coming up that we really have used the support from Patreon. And we could use some more, and we really appreciate if you continue to support us. So if you're not a member of the Patreon family yet, come join. You go to our website, Shout It Out Loudcast, okay, and then click on Patreon. Here's one other little secret. Patreon, I guess, has changed its ways, not because of Patreon, but because of Apple.
Yep.
If you sign up through the Apple phone and sign up through Patreon, they charge you a couple bucks more to do that through Apple. So if you want to join our Patreon, the best way to do it is go to our website, do it from your desktop or do it from something else. Don't do it from your Apple phone. They'll charge you a little more. Not much, but it's still a little more. And go to shoutitoutloudcast.com, right on the landing page, click on Patreon, and just sign up and help out the show. There are 4 different tiers and 4 different ways you can support us. We appreciate any type of support you can give us. And please come join the Patreon family. Enjoy the fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We love you guys so much. We say it every week. Your enormous generosity keeps the show going. We're glad that most of you have been here since day one. And I always say it, whether you're brand new or been here since day one or somewhere in between, you guys are all part of the same amazing Patreon family. And we're so grateful for everything. So stay tuned on your email inboxes. We're going to be asking people to submit for the Patreon ARC pick for the month of December. Zeus has the month of November, and then it's back to you. And then it's back to you guys. So stay tuned for that. And again, we thank you for everything you do for us.
Tom, what's going on in Kiss World?
One kind of interesting little tidbit of information came from Jean's handler, communications head, whatever. We've met her in Vegas. She's a wonderful woman, Christina Vitagliano. She does a lot of publicity and things for him. She posted on her personal Facebook page a couple days ago. She wrote, "Psst, a certain demon is working on 2025 U.S. Gene Simmons band dates. We have a very limited inventory of Gene Simmons basses in stock, but yes, we'll offer bass experiences and a few totally cool and very unique Gene Simmons band experiences. Working on updating the website and adding these. We'll post info in time for those that are looking to buy for holiday gifts. Stay tuned for lots of fun stuff to come." Zeus, thoughts on that one right there?
Oh, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll come in the New England area. We get to see a show. It'll be fantastic. It's only it's the best thing of Kiss you'll find around. Really.
Yeah. And I love that he's active, and I love that, she does teasers and stuff like that. So that was a rare moment of excitement for Kiss fans out there. And then on the flip side of that, Paul Stanley took a picture like he was being friggin' held up at gunpoint as he pointed to his "I voted" sticker. Great. Good for you.
You missed the the Paul Stanley fucking Halloween photo of him sticking his head out of his out of the costume and Frankenstein above.
We were going to get. Look. I'm going to be completely honest. I've said this before. I'll call it the way I see it. I thought the costume was kind of clever, and I think it showed a lighter side of Paul that we don't really see that often. It kind of blew me away that he did that. So I was like, okay, all right. But then he went back and fucked it up by posting a picture of that shitty pasta dish that he did.
It looks bland as fuck.
Dude, somebody needs to tell him that the big Italian words don't make your shitty meal better.
That looks like frozen, like regular, not frozen pasta, but like just like store-bought pasta.
Yeah.
With no flavoring or anything else and little pieces of bird turd. Whatever that fucking was.
But that's what happens when you have somebody that's not Italian cooking Italian food. It's like, oh, I made pasta fragool, whatever. Like, no, you didn't. Oh, you didn't. Bruce is making his way around doing some appearances. He did a Spooky World Empire thing about a week ago. This weekend, when the episode drops, it will be ongoing. He's doing a Las Vegas guitar show at the Silverton Casino. That will be going on this weekend when the episode drops. Today, as we're recording a little bit later than normal. It's Thursday, November 7th. It's Tommy Thayer's birthday. I'm sorry, I should have said it's the spaceman's birthday today.
Oh, that'll piss people off.
Yeah, and other than that, it's kind of quiet. So I guess right now the only thing we can kind of hang our hats on is hoping that something exciting with Gene is announced soon. So.
Well, there's also the Kiss Cancer Goodbye event that's still coming up.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think we're going to make it.
No.
And we don't discourage anybody from going. We hope you guys go and have a good time. Just for me, Tom, I'm just going to speak frankly.
Go ahead. Frankly,
I'm not too fond of this newest Preachers Fest, but it has become a tradition for the Kiss Stars. I'm just like, okay, so I know Joey ain't gonna like me saying this, but so you guys are playing this fucking album, okay? I don't.
Yeah, I get. I know. I feel like you said we speak frankly, and I feel bad because a lot of our friends are going to be there and people we know. It's a couple weeks before Christmas. It's a couple weeks after Thanksgiving. The timing is terrible.
It's fucking terrible timing. He does it all the time. The timing is terrible.
The timing is terrible. For us, it's a trip down to Florida right in between the holidays. Yeah. And I'm sorry. It's, again, speaking frankly, we've seen all this before, and it doesn't mean that it's not going to be great for the people who have never been there before, but it's just bad timing. And, Neil's a great guy and I applaud his passion for this, but he's got to work on scheduling. And I feel like another thing, he's got to work on giving people more of time to prepare, because he announces these things and then boom, like 3 months later, the event is happening. So,
and then,
didn't work out for us.
The slow string of this person's coming. Oh, maybe this person's coming.
We know who's coming.
Yeah. It's a running gag. Me, you, and Jeff Trott, Hall of Fame Jeff Trott.
Yeah.
Guessing, I guarantee this guy's going to be announced. This guy will be announced. And this guy will be announced. Look, it's one of those things that I think we're going to get pummeled maybe by a few people for being dishonest. We've gotten to know a lot of these people.
Yeah.
I like everybody. If I were to go, it would go to hang out with them. Okay.
Yes.
But it makes no difference that they're playing this or that album or this. Like, you're going to get to hear that. Yeah, you're not Kiss performing it.
Right.
It's different. I hear Bruce's real band, Todd, Zach, and Fitzy. Yep. I get that. And that's a great concert and that's a great show. It's in fucking Florida in the middle of fucking Thanksgiving and Christmas.
It's right between.
It's not Nashville. It's not a fucking New York City. It's Sarasota, Florida. I'm sorry.
My grandmother lives there. I'll probably be forced to visit her if I went to this thing.
Yeah, it's just it's the same fucking people. And it's the same fucking thing. Creatures Fest originally was the most unique thing.
It was incredible. Incredible.
Never mind the fact that they had 3 fucking members.
Yep.
4 members that were there. What am I saying? Vinny, Peter, Bruce and fucking Ace.
Yep.
It was a unique thing. We never seen that before. Certain members were playing with each other. Bruce's band performed. In addition to that, they had like Vixen, Quiet Riot. I don't know if somebody else was there. And it built up to it. And it was in Nashville, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was in the middle of the summer. It was Nashville. It was like in May. Summer. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was
Memorial Day weekend. It was great.
And so I want people to go. I want you guys to support. It's a fucking great cause for cancer, for Christ's sakes. And it just for me and Tom, honestly, because we've been asked constantly, you guys are going to go? You guys are going to go? It's a great excuse to hang out with friends.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be for the event.
And I'm just annoyed with the timing. I mean, it's a week. It's 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. It's 2 weeks before Christmas. It's like, it's just terrible timing.
I get him why he does it, because he's from that area and vendors and things. It could save him costs and stuff. It's a charitable event. So I get why he's doing it. It's just not convenient for me, and it's not convenient for you.
No.
And it's a tough schedule. I hope they do well. I hope they sell a lot of tickets, make a lot of money for cancer, and that you guys go and you have a great time.
Right. But that's why we're not going if anybody's upset.
Yeah, well, we've been asked many times, but I'm sure the rest of you Kiss fans will have a good time.
Yep.
Anyway, that's our thoughts. But Tom, let's take a quick little break, and we'll get into icons when we get back.
I'm an icon. I'm a good-looking icon. I get voted best-looking, sexiest guitarist of alive. 1977. Woo!
All right, we're back. And Peter was also excited about this. So, I'm a con. The fuck's the matter with you? I'm a con. No. It's icons, Peter. Relax, brother.
That's it. Yep. Well, it's compilation time. This is where we break down a compilation, talk about the tracks, talk about the album cover. And it's positive parts and it's negative parts. So let's go to Kiss Icons. Kiss Icons, I believe, came out 2008, Tom.
Yep.
It's a 4 CD little mini box set, I guess you could say. I'm not sure.
Yep.
But I bought it only a few years ago. Right now, I checked Amazon. I don't see it. There's a new fucking Kiss. I guess we're going to have to do this one, too, called Kiss Icon. I guess that's a brand of some sort.
It's a running series. They do it for all, like, legendary bands. It's like 15 or 20 of their best hits. It's a whole series of albums called Icon.
So there's no Pretty Boy Floyd Icon?
There is not. I'm sorry. No. By the way, so Icon.
What about Bango Tango? Do they have one?
By the way, this Icons is out of print. I was looking at it on Discogs and eBay to buy like a brand
$60.
Discogs. I saw one for $150.
Oh, I before we got on, I saw one on eBay for $60.
Yep. So pretty crazy.
So Icons is unique in the sense of this. It's 4 disc. Each disc is one of either Paul, Gene, Peter, or Ace.
Yep.
It's their tracks. So it's almost like a best of Gene, best of Paul, best of Ace, best of Peter, all on one CD, on one box set. And I think this thing is fucking amazing.
It's incredible.
Packaging is amazing.
It's incredible.
Everything. Let's talk about. All right. So let's talk first about when we ended up getting it. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. So I'm embarrassed by this because I don't own this. So this came out in 2008, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. In 2008, my son was 4 years old. I had just moved into a house. I wasn't really, quote unquote, into Kiss per se. I've always been into Kiss. But this came out.
You can't have a new crib, Mike. I got to get Kiss Icons.
Hey, Michael, I know we're running low on formula, but this collection's really unique, buddy. I got to get this instead.
Hey, Michael, we're going to have to take some of Ace's Depends, and you're going to have to use these.
You're going to have to wear those. But at the time I saw it, I remember I'm like, this looks incredible. What a unique design and a unique idea. But again, I'm like, I have all this, and I just never got around to getting it, and I regret it now because now I'm a collectard, which is the new word that we use, and it's out of print, and I can't fucking find it anywhere. But anyways, yeah, it's an amazing idea and an amazing concept. It'll be fun to talk about. What about you, Booger?
So I bought this right around the time we did the podcast. I think 2018, 19, I bought this. I got the CD. I don't even know if they have this on vinyl. I don't think they do.
They don't. They don't. And I reached out to, quote, my guy. There have been rumblings about one of the I'm a bootlegger. Somebody wants to press this on vinyl. I know it. So hopefully it happens.
Well, I'll tell you. I bought it. I love it. Do I play it specifically? No, I just threw it in my CD collection and look at it and be like, oh, this looks cool.
Yep.
And that's about it.
That's true. But yeah.
What we always do next, and I guess this is going to be up to me, is we go to the album cover.
Well, I have access to, thanks, to the good graces of the internet. I have, and especially discogs.com, any album you type in that has the pictures of every piece of the thing, so we can talk about it together. But
great. Anyway, so slides out of the CD. Yep. The cover is basically what?
The icons, the images, the makeup images.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'll be honest with you. I don't like, not the cover of this album. I don't like the icons because I never.
They don't look right.
Peter's looks weird.
So is Jeans.
Even Jeans and Aces, I'm almost looking at Aces and going, is that Jeans?
Yeah, they don't look right.
And Paul's a super huge star.
And with the lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I agree.
And, but I love the black cover, the Kiss in the fire kind of logo, and icons written below. It's just smooth and nice. And it's black and silver like the old Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Back is fucking awesome. Because the back lists everybody in their color.
Did you notice what the Spaceman one is called?
Yeah, disc 3.
Space Ace, not Spaceman, not Spaceman.
Yeah, because this came out around 2008, and there wasn't the big fucking Tommy shit controversy at that point.
Yep, right.
And then the Cat Man, but I love how the color. It's just catches your eye the way it's the print and the color on the back.
Yep.
Then you have the CD and it opens up. The gatefold when you open up,
awesome.
Awesome picture of Paul from the 70s and Peter from the 70s. You open it up further, and you got a fucking dripping blood Gene.
Amazing.
And Ace with this smoking guitar. The photos of the band members are fucking awesome. Whatever photos they chose to put in there is fucking awesome.
It's incredible. Yeah, the set is beautiful, without a doubt.
Okay?
Yep.
The middle photo is a great photo that they use. It almost looks like a modern photo, almost a little bit, because Ace looks a little nice, but it's a 70s Kiss photo.
Yes.
It's not reunion.
It almost looks reunion era, but it's probably
because of Ace. I'm not sure if that it almost looks like it's reunion Ace, but Peter looks like fucking pre-reunion. The early
that looks like early coked out Peter. Yeah, that's not Photoshopped.
Yeah, that looks like Alive 2 kind of look. Love Gun Peter.
Yeah,
makeup and stuff. But then you open it up. The discs themselves are fucking colored by the members. So you got the Kiss icon, Paul Stanley Starchild one is purple.
Yep.
And all the way respectively through.
Yeah.
It comes with a booklet. There are 4 of them, it says right in the middle, right in the beginning. 4 faces, 4 heroes, 4 icons. A demon, a cat, a star child, a spaceman, it says.
Yep.
You open up, there's a fucking story in here.
Little history.
Pictures.
Yep.
Then there's information on each song. Great photos of the band from the 70s. Even got the Kiss Alive 2 gatefold photo in here.
Yep. And the thing I love about it, it's got all makeup photos from all different eras. It's got Gene from Love Gun with the Sam Serpent thing. It's got Ace from like early on Alive era. Peter sitting on the stool from from Alive 2. It's like you said, the Alive 2 gatefold.
And it almost has
the packaging's fucking incredible.
And what I like, it has almost an old school Kiss way of ending it. Also, on Kiss on CD, and it lists all the CDs you can buy from Kiss.
Yes.
And then it also has a pitch to buy the phone numbers you can buy for Kiss ringtones, Tom.
Oh, God, remember those? Jesus.
Yeah, to get Beth, to get Detroit Rock City, Love Gun, Rock and Roll Night, Rock Bottom, Calling Dr. Love, Christine 16, and Deuce.
That's back when people answered their phone.
Yeah, exactly.
and let it ring.
So the packaging on this is spectacular.
It's pretty much unparalleled in terms of packaging.
Yeah, especially for a compilation.
Yeah, agreed.
It's fantastic.
Yep.
So what we do now is we'll go through the tracks. The first track, first CD, is the Demon one. So basically, you're looking at Gene songs here.
Yep.
Okay.
And one thing I love about each disc, I love when they do this, like Gene did it with his vault. This is not chronological. So you could
I like that, but
see, I like that because to me it's the equivalent of throwing it in on shuffle. You know what I mean? So you don't know what you could. So you know what I mean? So like the first song is God of Thunder, but the next song is Almost Human, and then the sixth song is Deuce from the debut album. So I like it when it's out of order.
Well, why don't you read the songs?
Yeah. So the Gene disc, or I should call it the Demon disc, God of Thunder, Almost Human, Calling Dr. Love, Ladies' Room, Christine 16, Deuce, Rock and Roll All Night from Dress to Kill, Cold Gin, Parasite, Larger Than Life from Alive 2, Love 'Em and Leave 'Em, Plaster Caster, Radioactive, and Charisma. So as you can see here, we'll talk about it with the Paul disc too. This stops at Dynasty. Each artist has 14 songs to represent them. Each band member has 14 songs. Obviously, Gene and Paul have songs all the way up through Monster. They decided to stop Paul and Gene here. I'm not going to complain one bit about this disc because it's borderline fucking perfect for me as a Gene guy. Especially the inclusion of something like Charisma.
Okay. The thing about this is it's interesting because they have one track from his solo album. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
So Gene obviously has more. Each CD has 14 songs.
Yeah.
So you got to fit 14 songs from Gene.
Yep.
They could have went up to Psycho Circus.
Well, let's talk about that now. I was going to wait. So they had to cheat with Ace and Peter because Ace and Peter obviously don't have as many songs. To get them, they went through the entire discography with those two. So I feel like they cheated the rules here. They stopped.
No, that's not really it. They went to Psycho Circus, is what you should look at.
But that's what I meant. I'm sorry. Right. They didn't go all the way up to Monster, obviously.
And they're saying of the 14 best songs from Paul and Gene, there's nothing up on Psycho Circus that should be in there.
Right, which I disagree with because you don't have anything from Creatures of the Night or Lick It Up or Revenge or anything like that. So this is purely
the four makeup when they're wearing the four of them.
Right, and that's what I was just going to say. But you could have had something off Psycho Circus from Gene or Paul. Is it better than anything that's what would you have taken out though to put Within on here? Right? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean maybe Within would go in here. So if you look at this, Nothing to Lose is really a Paul's, a Peter song, so you can't really put that in there for Gene.
No.
So it's interesting because I don't believe it's here. Shout It Out Loud is not in here.
Shout It Out Loud is not here, and it's also not, to spoiler alert, it's also not on Paul's disc.
Yeah, that's my point. So they're not doing duets.
Dual vocal, right.
For somebody.
Right.
So if you think about it, then, so I'm thinking, what would you put in here that's not here? Okay,
so for me, as a Gene tard, the fact that you have Almost Human and Charisma on here, two of my all-time favorite Gene songs that are the deepest of deep cuts. I mean, and then you throw in Larger Than Life off Alive 2. But then you have Plaster Caster in Christine 16 and Ladies' Room and Calling Dr. Love. I mean, the only thing for me that's missing here is probably Watching You. that sticks out for me as a Gene song that I need to have on here is Watching You. You have Parasite, which is great, and that needs to be on here. But I think Watching You would be but if you're going to put Watching You on here, what do you take out? I don't know. Maybe you take out Charisma or Almost Human. Not for me. I like those two songs more than I like Watching You, even though I love Watching You. But I think at first glance off these albums, I mean, I don't want anything else from his solo album. Radioactive belongs there. And I do, again, like the bonus of having Larger Than Life, but I can't really think of anything egregious on this disc. And in fact, I just think it's almost the kind of disc I would make if I was making a Gene disc from this era.
All right. So there's a couple tracks that kind of stick out for me.
Okay.
Let Me Go Rock and Roll is not in here.
Surprising. Going blind.
She.
Yeah.
Right. That's not there.
Yep.
I mean, Two Timer is kind of a deep cut, but what would you take out? So if I put Let Me Go Rock and Roll, what am I really taking out?
Well, I can't stand that song, so I wouldn't want anything taken out.
I'd take out Almost Human.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And that's the thing I like about this. And, I've already said it and I'll probably say it again. I like the fact that they don't have Let Me Go Rock and Roll, but they do have Almost Human. To me, that's something kind of a little bit progressive for a Kiss compilation. It's really outside the box. It's outside the box thinking, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I would like All the Way, but these are deep cuts. I'm not going to fucking complain about what's here over All the Way. I can't. I don't think anything other than Radioactive should be here from his solo album.
No.
And I would love to see X-Ray Eyes be in here, but it's not a favorite for people other than me. So I think this Gene album, other than She and Let Me Go Rock and Roll, and I would have taken out Almost Human. I love Them and Leave Them, but She should probably be in there over that.
And I know you hate the Unmasked album, but I can't, even if you liked it like I do, there's nothing from Gene that should.
They're not taking the Unmasked isn't on this. They're not counting it because Peter didn't play on it.
Well, he's on the album cover and he's in the Shandy video, so they could. I mean, I know
by this point we all know he's not on that album. That's why. There's nothing from Unmasked on it, or the fact that nothing's good enough to be on it. But
zip it,
right? But there is nothing from Unmasked here.
No, but there's stuff. But Ace has a representation from Unmasked, so they're including it in this. So Unmasked, it does appear in this compilation.
Okay. So then maybe I stand corrected then.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Paul Stanley. What do we got here for 14 songs?
Okay, we got Detroit Rock City. Now, again, I'm not going to specify. These are all studio cuts. Nothing's from no live albums. Detroit Rock City, Love Gun, Take Me, Strutter, Come On and Love Me, Hotter Than Hell, 100,000 Years, Rock Bottom, Do You Love Me, All American Man, Mr. Speed, I Stole Your Love, Wouldn't You Like to Know Me, I Was Made for Loving You. Two huge standouts for me in terms of, because we always like to bitch about what's not on this. Not having Firehouse and not having Sure Know Something on here, that's a problem for me. But I get it, because you're not going to take I Was Made for Loving You out of here. You have to have something from his solo album. I love Wouldn't You Like to Know Me. I probably would have picked something else, but I'm not going to complain about this because I love it. And then arguably my top two favorite Kiss songs of all time are on here. I Stole Your Love and Come On and Love Me. Mr. Speed, All American Man. I mean, 100,000 Years and Hotter Than Hell, I could absolutely do without. Two of my least favorite Kiss songs of all time. But it's tough making a Kiss disc with Paul stuff. But I think Firehouse not being on here is just a huge loss for me as a Paul fan.
Yeah, when looking at Paul's, I mean, the things that I would say, Take Me can come off.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you got to have something from the solo albums. And I guess Wouldn't You Like to Know Me could be arguably the more popular of those songs. So I'm not going to complain about that one.
No, I love it.
It's all right. But I like that they included something. The fact that they put Mr. Speed on here, this is somebody that fucking knows what they're doing.
I agree.
They're throwing a couple deep cuts on every one of these albums.
Well, think about it. So far, you have a compilation album of Almost Human, Charisma, and Mr. Speed. Like those are fan favorites. Like those are songs you don't get anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't see. Not that I care. I Want You is not on this.
Nope. King of the
Right?
Nighttime World. King of the Nighttime.
King of the
World's not
Nighttime
on it.
World is not on this.
It's tough though. Like we did with our Paul draft with Izzy. It's tightly compacted what he contributes during this era. And I mean, Harder Than Hell in 100,000 Years, they're probably on here just because of Alive, even though these are the studio versions of the two songs. But I don't know. It's tough to pick here. I understand why Sure Know Something's not on here, because you're probably just going to have one thing from Dynasty and they pick the hit. All American Man I like just because it's a rarity. You don't see it everywhere. Other than
I like the fact that they put two songs so far from side 4 of Alive 2.
Yeah.
I like that. Makes this compilation a little stick out a little more. I mean, I don't want anything from Psycho Circus. I'm shocked that Psycho Circus, the title track's not on here.
You're happy it's not.
Oh, I'm shocked though, but I'm happy.
Right.
Yeah, and then we can go through we can start nitpicking. But King of the Nighttime World, fucking Firehouse, Sure Know Something are the three big ones that stick out for me.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Yep.
All right. So with Ace, okay, do you want to name the songs?
Yeah. So with Ace, we got New York Groove, Shock Me, 2000 Man, Rocket Ride, Snowblind, Speeding Back to My Baby, Talk to Me, What's on Your Mind, Rip It Out, Save Your Love, Hard Times, Two Sides of the Coin, Dark Light, and Into the Void. Now, this is interesting to me because Peter Criss was clearly and obviously not in the band during The Elder. And they put Dark Light on
because he's got a song because he sings it. That's why.
No. I get that, but I thought when I first looked at this, I thought that they were going to stick to what you had originally said, that it's going to be albums pertaining to the four band members. That being said, again, they have to cheat a little bit on this album because Ace only has a limited amount of vocals. I think this is a fucking great list. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Snowblind or New York Groove. But everything else here, I love Into the Void. I love Dark Light. I love Two Sides of the Coin and Talk to Me. Rip It Out. What's on Your Mind? Speeding Back to My Baby. Rocket Ride. Shock Me. This is a fantastic album. And I think there's really no complaints unless you want to kind of pick apart the fact that Torpedo Girl's not on it. And
you hit the nail on the head.
And anything else from his solo album that you might want.
I have such OCD. You should have had every studio album Ace song on here. I'm sorry.
I agree. I
take
agree.
out Snowblind. Snowblind is not like a can't miss. Oh, you have to have it. So therefore, Snowblind should not be there. Fucking Torpedo Girl should be there.
It's surprising that they took out a band song like Torpedo Girl and put it. Well, he's got what? He's got New York Groove, Snowblind, Speeding Back to My Baby. He's got 5 songs off of his solo album. And you're right. Like you said, the OCD, put Torpedo Girl in here. Great disc, though.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But I love the fact that you almost have all the Ace songs.
Yeah, you have to.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you have to.
And as far as the songs that are on this, that are from his solo album, of the 5, I would probably say, yeah. If you really wanted to be kind of picky, I would say besides Snowblind shouldn't be there for Torpedo Girl, I would also say if you're going to put 5 songs from there, maybe put Fractured Mirror. It's more of a, like, specifically Ace. You identify with Ace when you think of Fractured Mirror.
That's a good point. I agree with that. Yep. Okay.
All right, let's finish up the last one with the Catman disc.
All right. So we got Hard Luck Woman, Baby Driver, Hooligan, Beth, I Can't Stop the Rain, Black Diamond, Mainline, Don't You Let Me Down, Dirty Livin', Getaway, Strange Ways, That's the Kind of Sugar Papa Likes, Easy Thing, and I Finally Found My Way. Zeus, Peter's your guy. You start with this disc.
Where the fuck is Nothing to Lose?
Shocking. The only thing I can think of, the dual vocals. Thing. Yeah, just like Shout It Out Loud.
Yeah, but it's Peter, so he doesn't have many. You should be throwing him that bone.
I agree.
Is Black Diamond on here?
Yes.
So if Black Diamond is on here, then you should have done Nothing to Lose. It's the same type.
I agree. Yeah, because Paul does the intro, right?
Right.
I tell you, we both love Peter. I mean, I understand you have to put that shit sandwich. I Finally Found My Way on here. Thank God it's the last song on the disc. But I mean, if you're a Peter guy like we are, this is a fucking great disc, with the exception of Easy Thing, which is terrible.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrible. For me, I would have liked to see You Matter to Me, or Tossin' and Turnin', or even I'm Gonna Love You, or that kind of stuff. But I mean, I think this is a great disc. I love that they have Mainline in Strange Ways.
Yep, exactly. But when I look at the solo songs, that's what I'm kind of
focusing on.
Yeah. So I've got I Can't Stop the Rain, Don't You Let Me Down. Yep. Then you go, That's the Kind of Sugar Papa Likes. Yep. Easy Thing. No.
Terrible. Yeah.
I don't say it's terrible, but that shouldn't be there over Hooked on Rock and Roll.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's another one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Specifically, since it's in that version of Kiss Meets the Phantom. So
that's a good point too.
Love there.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of Toss and Turning. I know someone like you that is a fan would say, yeah, that's in there. I think they released that as a single.
Yeah, it used to be part of the set
or
list.
You Matter to Me, right?
Yep.
So, but the fact that you have songs on a compilation like Don't You Let Me Down, Two Sides of the Coin, Wouldn't You Like to Know Me, Love 'Em and Leave 'Em. Oh,
it's amazing. It's an amazing, and then you add in the packaging, the booklet, the photos. I mean, you this is a fucking can't miss right here. Like really a can't miss.
So we can nitpick some of the songs and some selections, but I can understand where they're coming from.
If you had to pick
nothing egregious.
Okay, if I had to give you two, we've talked about it earlier, but let's wrap it up with this. If I had to give you 2 mulligans for the entire box set, what would they be?
You got to put the Ace song in there. It's an OCD thing for me. It bugs the shit out of me. Do I really care about Torpedo Girl? No, but you should have every studio track Ace sang.
Okay,
Torpedo Girl should be in there. That's one.
Yep.
Number 2, I would probably guess either King of the Nighttime World or Sure Know Something would be the 2 that are my favorite tracks, but I wouldn't say they're egregiously not there.
Okay. I would agree with you on Torpedo Girl, definitely. And for me, I've already said it. I'm going to hammer it home again because it's one of my all-time favorite songs. Not having Firehouse is a crime, but I get it why it's not there. But yeah, those would be my 2.
So, Tom, what we do next is we go to our rankings. This is what we've reviewed so far for compilations. Yep. Killers, Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits. Kiss My Ass, Greatest Kiss, The Very Best of Kiss. Kiss Millennium Collection, Kiss Millennium Collection Volume 2, Kiss Millennium Collection Volume 3, Icons in Kiss World. This will be our 10th review. Let's go to album covers first. Do you want to tell people what your rankings are?
Yep. So album compilation covers for me at number 9, Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, then Kiss My Ass, Kiss World, Millennium Collection Volume 2, Greatest Kiss, Millennium Collection Volume 1, Very Best of Kiss, Killers, and Millennium Collection Volume 3. I'm going to cheat a little bit here because I'm ranking this on the complete package.
Yep. Yeah, no,
okay.
I agree.
Okay, not just the cover. I'm ranking the packaging. And for me, this is the biggest ring the bell no-brainer ever. This is an absolute number 1.
Yep. Yeah.
No doubt.
I understand completely.
Yep.
All right. Mine, starting from number 9, Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, which I do not see anybody fucking being worse than that. That is a horrendous album cover.
Brutal.
Paul looks like a big goof.
All those hands coming up out of the ground, just fucking painful.
Oh, Greatest Kiss, Kiss My Ass, Millennium Collection Volume 2, Millennium Collection Volume 3, Kiss World, Very Best of Kisses 3, Millennium Collection Original is number 2, and Killers is number 1. Ring the Bell again, motherfuckers. Yep. Icons is number 1. Not even close.
Yeah, it's
packaging is so nice, guys. You guys get it. Just to throw it in your collections, pull it out, take a look at it. Yo, check us out.
All
right, Tom. Let's go to overall compilation.
All right.
What are you?
Compilations for me. This is the compilation itself at number 9. And I love this, but I have Kiss My Ass, but it's not Kiss playing the songs. Then Millennium Collection Volume 2. Millennium
so you
Collection.
mean it's like Creatures Fest?
No, oh boy, Zeus is making friends left and right this week. So Kiss My Ass at number 9, Millennium Collection Volume 2, Millennium Collection Volume 1, Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, Kiss World, Very Best of Kiss, Greatest Kiss, Millennium Collection Volume 3, and Killers. I'm sorry. You got fucking 4 discs of 54 songs, including incredible deep cuts. Ring the Bell, bitches. Again, this is going number 1, not even close. It's unfair. Wow. It's unfair because it's got everything from that classic era of the band. So it's kind of unfair.
All right. Tom, number 9 for me, Kiss My Ass, Creatures Fest. Millennium Collection, Volume 3, Volume 2, then Millennium Collection, Greatest Kiss, Kiss World, Very Best of Kiss, Smashes, Thrashes, and then Killers. So here's the thing. I'm grading this as the best collection compilation. However,
I want to see
Killers and Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits have new songs that I love, I can't put it above it.
I was going to say the same thing. That was the only caveat that I had, Zeus, was that those 2 albums have new original music on them.
That I like.
Yes. Yep.
So I am putting Ikons at 3. It's the best compilation album out there right now that we've reviewed. And because I love those 2 songs from Smashes, Thrashes, and the 4 songs from Killers, and you can't find them anywhere else. So I got to put those ahead. So this is going in number 3.
Yeah. Another thing that kind of, I did hesitate for a little bit, although I still am confident with Ikons at number 1, is that some of the other compilations like Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, like Kiss World, have some non-makeup stuff, Tears of Fallen and Heaven's on Fire, Unholy, stuff like that, whereas Ikons just kind of sticks to the classic shit. But anytime I can get a compilation with Almost Human, Charisma, Mr. Speed, Mainline, it's going in there. It's number 1.
Yeah.
Deep cuts are a rarity for us Kiss nerds, so.
Completely understand.
Yep.
Tom, let's go to question of the week.
It's funny. I had this one banked for a little bit. Simple question. This comes from Anthony off of Facebook, and this one is Kiss. Let me start this again. Last week, somebody asked about Kiss doing a live album from the End of the Road show. They haven't done that yet. However, do you think that Kiss has any more compilations up their sleeve? Maybe something with songs from Sonic Boom or Monster or something career spanning.
All right. So I 100% believe they will. And I just don't know what's coming. Shit, I didn't even know that there's a Kiss Icon CD out there. Now I have to go buy that and waste my money. Yeah, I there's not going to stop doing these. They're bread and money. And they're not the only ones. Any artist you look at now and you Google them or go on Amazon, like, oh, I want to buy that CD from that. First fucking 5 CDs you're going to see is best of or vintage or best buy version of collections or golden hits or super hits. And then you're like, what the fuck? I didn't know all these existed. But they're the same songs you've had if you have this person's discography. So,
I'd like to see something official Kiss related, not Icons, what we're talking about this week, but that Icon, ICON, that running series where they do every band. I'd like to see Kiss do something box set-ish, or even a box set 2.0, because it's been 25 years almost since that first one came out, or 20 years since that first one came out. They're going to put something out. I just don't know when. I'm kind of getting exhausted and kind of annoyed talking about wondering what's going to come next. But yes, they're not going to stop putting the compilations out. Like Zeus said, all these legacy acts, you go on Amazon, you go on eBay, that's all there is compilations, greatest hit collections, best of, whatever. They're out there.
Fucking Elvis has like 10 fucking new albums out every year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, even bands, you go online, you look at bands like Rat. You know how many, best of Rats? It's like, dude, you weren't around that long. You shouldn't have that many greatest hits albums. Yeah. So it's coming. My suspicion is that I don't know if it's a pop house thing or what. The deal's been done, but it's been a fucking year. But anyways, great question. We love talking that, and I like when I can save some questions that are kind of topic related. It makes it a little bit more interesting for us. So thank you,
Tom. Where can people find us?
Our website is always the place to go. Shoutitoutloudcast.com. That's where you'll find all of our episodes you can listen to directly there. Our Shout It Out Loudcast, Dome Damage, Album Review Crew, Zeppelin Chronicles, everything's there. You can find links to our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, and our Shout It Out Loudcasters Facebook group is also there. Links to our Amazon shopping page, links to our Shout It Out Loudcast merch page, a link on the landing page to buy your copy of Raise Your Glasses. What Kiss fan wouldn't want to see that under their tree wrapped up in a bow? Come on now, people. Christmas is coming sooner than later. So get a copy of that. And you can also send us an email, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Keep the questions coming. I sent out the red button. I want to hear from more of you, whether it's on our social media or an email. So get your questions in there so we can do our mailbag episode soon. And of course, we always like to say that we are a proud member of the Pantheon podcast network of shows.
Yeah, people can DM us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, motherfucker. Check out our Spotify playlist. That's where you go to Spotify. You search for our profile, and then you'll see our playlist there. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you'll be seeing some changes to that coming up soon. So make sure you subscribe and get all your latest updates. And give us one of those 5-star child reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you can. And especially go on Amazon and give Raise Your Glasses a 5-star review. If you have it and you like it and you want to give us a shout out, we'd appreciate it. So thank you for that. So please go to our Shout It Out Loudcast website, shoutitoutloudcast.com, shoutitoutloudcast.com. Get your copy of Raise Your Glasses. If you don't have it, check out our reviews, check out our rankings, check out our episodes. And, of course, what we like to do is we always like to end on famous last words. Do you have any?
Always, I have some. You're so smooth and tender, a living, breathing dream. I've got to have you, baby. I'm listening for your scream.
I'm almost human.
Yeah, I'm almost a man.
Terrible.
Love it.
It's funny because that's your fucking famous lyric.
Yep.
And here's mine. And these are both on a compilation, which you would never believe.
Right.
I've been trying to get away, to leave this old town. I've been trying to see my way, so I won't be found. Yeah, Tom, Kiss Army, Loudcasters, thank you.
Guys, you're the best. Thank you so much. Loudcasters, Patreon, Icon Tards, everybody. Zeus, as always, my friend. Thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Hit the music. What I'd like now is for all you fat, out-of-shape, worldwide kiss-tards to keep the noise down while I show your ladies what a real sexy man looks like.
Listen, all you people out there sitting on rented furniture, settle down.
Cut the music. Anybody seen Richie? Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?